So to prime, Good morning everybody, welcome back to my channel. So it's October and I haven't done a get ready with me for a little while, and I thought it'd be fun to do a kind of more autumnal makeup look. I did have a few people request that I did this, so I thought it'd be a good time to do it because it's a really beautiful day and I just feel like I want to go for a lovely long walk and kick up the leaves around the park and yeah, just, you know, go out and enjoy the last of the sunshine before it disappears. But you know, so I really love autumn, it's my favourite season, and yeah, we're gonna do a bit of a nice kind of warm yeah, autumnal makeup look. Prime my face, I've used the Becca First Light priming filter. I tend to use this one more in autumn and then the bronzier one in summer, just because I find that this one is actually a little bit more hydrating and my skin is a little bit more sensitive in the winter, and this one has got lavender in it and I find it calms my skin a lot more. I then have been absolutely loving using the Hollywood Flawless Filter by Charlotte Tilbury. This just gives your skin a really beautiful glow and a luminosity. I'm not a fan of the applicator, it's like one of these wand things, and you just have to sort of smush it onto, you know, your face, but I love that word, smush. But I do feel that this gives a really nice kind of like dewy finish, and you could, if you really wanted to, just wear this, but I just kind of use it on like the sort of like high points and kind of like features of my face, just because I feel like it kind of gives that little bit of extra luminosity. Can you see that shine? So for my foundation, we're going to be using the Sheer Glow foundation by NARS. So this is a bit of an oldie fave for me. I really like the coverage that this gives. It's a little bit more full coverage than their Luminous Weightless foundation. So it's really nice to use at this time of the year when your skin is a little bit more irritated from cold blustery winds and all that kind of unpredictable weather. Yeah, I really like this one, so we're going to use this one today. I've got the shade Siberia, but I do also use Mont Blanc and Devon. So I am going to go in with some Shape Tape. This is literally like my favourite go-to concealer. I use it every day. I do have a very set way that I use it. I don't put it too close to the eye and just do one little dot there and there, there and there, and then what I do is I blend it upwards into the eye area. That way I find that it doesn't crease so much. If you have particularly like creasy makeup face, I have a creasy makeup face, and it just is such a beautiful illuminating product that it works really well. It means it looks like I haven't been at work all week, which is very nice. Okay, so I am going to go in with a second concealer. This is the Colourpop No Filter Concealer. I put this in a really weird spot. I've been really enjoying the effect that this has had recently, and what I do is I just put a dot here and here, and I actually don't blend that in at this moment. I leave that just because it's quite a thin consistency and I have a lot of texture around the tops of my eyes, so I kind of want it to thicken up a little bit. So I basically am going to leave that there while I do my brows. I'm then going to go in and blend it in, but I'm not going to blend it in too heavily. I'm going to keep it quite in those areas, and that's just going to really kind of pull open my eyes and make me look really awake and alert. Okay, so for brows, this is going to be, no surprise to most people, I'm going to be going in with Ka-Brow. This is in the shade 3. I also use a Becca like brow pomade mousse in the shade Mocha, which is a bit darker, but as it gets towards more autumn, I like my makeup to look a little bit softer. My skin is very pale, so I don't want it to look too harsh, whereas in the summer I can make that brow a little bit more bold. So I'm going to go in with the Ka-Brow I do find that this is quite a dry formula. It dries up in the pot quite quickly, but if you go in and give it a good smush every now and again, it seems to keep things a little bit softer. Why do I always have one eyebrow that looks like slightly demented and one that looks just perfect? Okay, I'm going to go in with a brow setting gel just because I find this is like literally the best way to like reshape them. So if your brows suddenly go looking like a bit like they're a bit demented after you've coloured them in, as mine sometimes do, this is a good way to just kind of get them back into working order. Okay, I'm now going to go in and just bring out that inner pop with those two little dots that I've got in my eyes, and I'm just going to take the point of my blender and I'm just going to almost just like press it exactly where it is, and I'm not really going to try and move it around too much because I really want to highlight that inner part of the eye and not really blend it out too much, because no point blending it out. I've got loads and loads of eye makeup to put on, so that's just giving me that little brightening effect that's just so pretty. Okay, and it just really opens up that part of my eyes where actually it's quite indented, so it just gives it a nice kind of more broader shape. Okay, so for the rest of my powdered top of my foundation, I'm not going to change any of the products that I normally use. I'm going to link them all below if you are interested, so I'm just going to skip over this really quick step. So that is my base done. All the links for the products are down below, my contour, my highlight, bronzer, blusher, all that jazz. If you're interested, go and check it out. Along with a link to my new Facebook page, which I've recently set up. So if you want to follow me on other social media, go and check that out as well. So now we're going to go in and do my eyeshadow look. I'm going to be using 3 different palettes to make this look. Obviously you can repeat this using the palettes that you have yourself at home. You don't have to use these 3 particular palettes, but that is just because the 3 colours that I like to use the most are in 3 different palettes. Okay, so to start with, we're going to go in with the Soft Glam palette, and we're just going to use some of the crease colours in here. So Orange Soda, which is kind of like a base orange colour, and then a kind of nice muted brown, and then a more reddy brown, and we're just going to work those through the crease area. Go in with another slightly darker colour just right on that kind of edge, just to really diffuse the colour. Okay, so then we're going to go in with a dark red colour. So I'm just going to carry on with the Soft Glam palette for the moment. I'm just going to go in with Mulberry, which is like a nice kind of like terracotta dark browny red, and we're just going to work that from the outer corner to the inner of the lid. Going to go in with the like a brown shade just underneath the lashes. So for a pop of shimmer, we're going to go in with the Violet Voss Like a Boss palette. I don't think I've really used this on my channel very much, but I've had it quite a while now, and the pigmentation on these is so pretty. We're going to go in with this one, which is called Girl Crush, and I have a proper crush on this colour. It is like a proper yellow gold. It's so, so pretty and looks really nice on the eye. So I'm just going to go in with the Jaclyn Hill palette. So in here there are two shimmer shades right in the top corner, and this one here is literally the most insane, beautiful, shimmery inner corner highlight. I absolutely love it. I use it literally every day. The only thing that I hate about this palette is it doesn't have a mirror. It's so disappointing. But if I could buy this shade on its own, I definitely would, because just popping it in my inner corner here is just the most beautiful highlight. It's kind of got like a little touch of champagne to it, but it just really lifts the eye. I mean, obviously you can use any highlight that you want, but for me, that is where it's at. Okay, so I'm just going to pop on some mascara and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've just put a little bit of lip balm on and we're going to go in with a lipstick. This is from the NYX range and, oh, dropped it. It's a little bit darker than what I would normally wear, but you know, if you're going autumn, you might as well go all out. So what I really love about this colour is kind of somewhere in between that sort of brick red and kind of like berry red. Somewhere in between. It's very, very neutral is what I would say, but it goes really, really well with the eyes, makes your teeth pop and look really lovely and white, and at the same time has that nice kind of like autumnal kiss to your lips. So guys, that is everything from me for this look. I hope you enjoyed seeing how I'm going to be doing my makeup for the next couple of weeks. This is literally my go-to everyday kind of look at the moment, and I am just loving it, and I know that you guys have loved it too, because I've had so many of you say that you wanted me to do a tutorial on this eye look particular. So yeah, I've kind of combined the two. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Yes, thumbs up. And like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Bye.